Chosen, you passed God's hardest test without knowing it. The results were excellent. You are not here by accident. Something deep in your spirit led you to this moment, and I need you to stay with me until the end. Because if you leave now, you might miss the exact word that unlocks your next miracle, the breakthrough I have already set in motion. This is not something ordinary. What I am about to reveal to you will bring tears to your eyes and fire to your soul. Chosen, I am speaking to you, yes, to you. You passed the hardest test I gave you, and you didn't even know it, and now everything is about to change. Comment amen to affirm that you are ready to receive it. You didn't recognize the test because it came disguised as heartbreak. It came in the form of silence, betrayal, delay, rejection, even confusion. While you were crying, thinking I had forgotten you, what was really happening was something sacred. I was watching you closely, not your words, but your response, your heart, your resilience, your quiet trust when nothing made sense. You didn't know you were being tested, but you passed with excellence. And now I am opening the doors to what has been held back for so long. This test was not about your strength. It was about your surrender when you had nothing left, but you still chose to believe, when you had every reason to give up, but you remained faithful. You didn't ask for applause. You didn't broadcast your pain. You simply kept going. Heaven saw it all. Angels were assigned to record the moments when you chose love instead of bitterness, silence instead of revenge, faith instead of fear, and those invisible choices you made became the reason I am now pouring blessings upon your life. The results are ready. Heaven reviewed them, and I am here to tell you that they were excellent. You didn't just pass. You passed with grace, with humility, with a spirit that makes me proud to call you mine. And because you endured what others would have cursed, because you stood firm when others would have retreated, I am about to reward you in ways you never imagined. This reward is not only for your past pain, it is for the legacy you are building through obedience. Pause for a moment, and like this video, if you know deep down that what you endured was more than just life. It was preparation. I affirm it to you now in your heart. Some blessings take time, not because you are not ready, but because others around you are still being positioned. You were not delayed, you were preserved. You were not ignored, you were hidden, protected, sheltered, because the weight of what I am about to place upon your life could not be released until this exact moment. The hardest test had to be passed without you knowing it, because if you had known, it would have changed your motives. But you remained pure. That is what makes your results so powerful. Comment 111, if you believe God's timing is perfect. There were days when you thought I was silent, but I was not. I was watching. I was measuring your response, not just on the good days, but in the invisible battles. That is where true trust is born. You didn't just trust me when you were being blessed. You trusted me when I was silent. That is why you are about to see a movement in your life that will feel sudden. But it is not sudden to me. It is scheduled, it is right on time, and it is a direct response to the test you passed in the darkness. You wondered why some things were taken away, why some people disappeared, why some doors didn't open. It was part of the exam. I allowed some of those losses not to punish you, but to sharpen your focus, so that when you rise, and you will, you know what truly matters. You will rise with wisdom, with gratitude, with peace, because you didn't force your way. You flowed with me, you let me mold you even through the pain. Every tear counted, every sacrifice is being honored. You didn't need to explain yourself to others. I was the only one who needed to understand, and I understood. That is why this next season will feel lighter. I am removing unnecessary burdens, the ones you carried in silence, the ones no one else saw. I saw them, and now I am lifting them from your shoulders. You will feel it. You will notice it in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. That is what divine release feels like. Freedom. You are chosen. Not because you are perfect, but because you said yes. Yes to growth. Yes to patience. Yes to waiting for me even when it made no sense. The tests are over. The silence is breaking. The delay is ending, and the results are in your favor. Prepare yourself to walk into answered prayers that will feel unreal, because I am not only blessing you today, I am recovering the years the enemy tried to steal from you, and I am restoring what was lost. Comment 222, to declare that restoration is coming for everything the enemy touched. You were fighting battles no one knew about, internal storms that seemed unbearable, and still you helped others. You still showed love. You still prayed for those who hurt you. That is the kind of heart that moves me. You didn't just survive. You chose to grow through it. And now I am bringing you to a space where everything that once made you cry will become a testimony of how powerful I am. You didn't know this was the hardest test because it didn't come with instructions. But that was the point. I needed to see your heart without guarantees, without confirmation, and you gave it to me. You proved that your faith was not conditional. And because of that, I am about to make your name resound in places you have never been. I am about to bring favor where you were once forgotten. I am about to honor you publicly because you honored me in private. Heaven has already begun to move things in your favor. Behind the scenes, angels have cleared paths, assigned new relationships, aligned new resources, and the next steps you take will feel guided because they are. You passed the test. Now I am guiding you toward fulfillment, not toward struggle or confusion, but toward fulfillment. You will look back and see that nothing was wasted. Your waiting was not wasted. The nights you spent crying, the days you walked smiling through your pain. They were not ignored. They became evidence of your resilience. You didn't crumble when everything was shaking. You stood firm when others ran. And because you didn't chase the blessing before its time, I now release it without delay. There are gifts with your name that no one else can open. They have been sealed for this exact moment. Comment 333 if you trust that God's reward carries your name. I know you felt tired. I know you felt forgotten. But the truth is, you were being refined, molded, formed. Your character was being strengthened even when your body felt weak. That pressure was not punishment. It was preparation. Just as gold must pass through fire before it shines, you passed through a fire that did not destroy you. It purified you. It realigned your vision. It helped you recognize what truly matters. And now, because you have been tested, you can be trusted. Many want blessings, but few can carry them with humility. You are one of the few because you allowed me to break the pride, silence the ego, and strengthen your spirit. You matured when others chose to stay on the surface. You put down roots in the darkness, and now that the light shines upon you, your roots will hold you. The blessing I am releasing upon you is personal. It is not just what you have prayed for. It is what you have cried for in secret, what you whispered to me when no one else was near. Those silent conversations were the ones I heard most. And now I am answering. I am not just giving you one thing. I am opening doors in every direction because you honored me without knowing you were being watched. I am giving you a favor that cannot be earned or explained. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you have not yet entered. People are being moved to help you, support you, and bless you. not because of who you are in their eyes, but because of who you are to me. I have placed an anointing upon your life that makes you unforgettable in the spirit. Even when others tried to ignore you, they could not erase the presence you carried, because it was not just you showing up. It was me walking with you. Comment 5555 if you believe your name is being written into divine opportunities. Everything that was silent is about to speak. Everything that was stagnant is about to move. I have seen your tears, and I have also seen your heart. How you kept choosing love, grace, and hope, even when you didn't understand the outcome. That is what the test was about. Not what you knew, but who you chose to be when you didn't know, and you chose well. Don't let the enemy make you think nothing changed. Much has changed. What I am about to do for you is already in motion. You will notice small signs at first. Unusual peace, unexplainable joy, people appearing with what you have been needing. Then it will grow. The momentum will increase, and suddenly, what was your greatest battle will become your strongest testimony. You will speak from healing, not from the wound. You will lead from abundance, not from lack. The hardest test required my silence. But now I speak, and what I speak is blessing, honor, elevation. No more delay, no more confusion, no more wondering if I am with you. I am, I always was, and now I will make it evident to everyone around you. The blessings will come in layers, not rushed, but constant. Financial provision will arrive, emotional healing will flow, relationships will be restored, purpose will be reignited. You will not just feel alive, you will know why you are alive. I am bringing clarity to the parts of you that felt scattered. You will look in the mirror and see peace in your eyes again. Not the peace the world gives, but the peace that only I can give. The peace that tells you that everything is exactly as it should be. I am your God, the one who never left, the one who saw the betrayal and stayed with you, the one who saw the failure and still called you worthy, the one who saw the delay and used it as protection. Your path was never forgotten. It was hidden for the right moment. And now I am revealing it step by step. Stay close to me, because what is coming requires your full attention. The promises are real, but they require trust. You may feel nervous as you enter into what I have prepared. That is normal. But don't let fear stop you. You already passed the test that fear thought would break you. You are stronger than you think, and you will not walk alone into this new season. I go before you, clearing every obstacle, removing every invisible threat, and placing my hand upon every door you enter. Comment 777 if you feel the hand of God guiding your next step. Release the past once and for all. I know it hurt. I know you still replay it in your mind sometimes. But you cannot carry old fear into a new season. The pain fulfilled its purpose. It taught you. It changed you. But it no longer defines you. What defines you now is the favor you carry, the identity I have spoken over you, and the promise I made to complete the good work I began in you. Rest, breathe. It is all right to stop running. The storm you have been in is ending. The noise is fading. I am placing you in still waters so that you can hear me again. I am calming your soul so that you can receive without striving. This is not a season of constant struggle. It is a season of harvest. You worked when no one was applauding. You gave when you had little. You stayed when you could have left. That is why this reward will feel like rest, because you earned it through surrender. Many walked away when things didn't go as they wanted, but not you. You stayed. You stayed when the storm was roaring, when the path looked dark, when the promises seemed far off. You held on to hope even when you felt it slipping through your fingers. And I saw it. I counted every moment you held on when everything around you was telling you to let go. That is why you are about to receive what others thought was impossible. You didn't just survive, you remained faithful. Comment 999 if you believe your faithfulness is about to be rewarded. I know how heavy your heart has been. I know the nights you wanted to give up. I know how alone you felt, even in rooms full of people. But you were never alone. I have been with you at every moment, and now I want you to see what I have been preparing while you waited. You didn't waste your time. You sowed seeds of loyalty, seeds of worship, seeds of quiet strength. And now those seeds are about to grow in a field of divine favor. Something beautiful happens when a soul chooses me without knowing the outcome. You had no guarantees, you had no clear picture, but you chose me anyway. That kind of trust does not go unnoticed in heaven. It activates doors that open, burdens that lift, and miracles that are released. What is coming toward you is not a random gift. It is a direct response to the depth of your devotion. You passed a test designed solely for your path. It was not about how loud you could shout, it was about how deep you could believe, and you believed even in the silence. You trusted even in the midst of heartbreak. And now I am showing you that I am the God who sees in secret and rewards in public. Your reward will be undeniable. It will silence every doubt and every lie the enemy tried to whisper to you. You are entering into the evidence of my presence, not just my promises. Comment 10 if you know that this is your confirmation. You will no longer wonder if you were seen. I saw everything. I saw the times you gave without receiving, the times you showed up even when you were empty, the moments you prayed for others while fighting your own war. You carried a weight that should have broken you, but it didn't because I held you. I strengthened what was weak, and now I will restore what was lost in the battle. Your strength came from me, and because you used it to build others up instead of tearing down, I am multiplying it. This next season will not require you to fight in the same way. The doors I am opening will not be forced. They will open on their own because you did not force my hand. I moved in response to your obedience, and when I open a door, no one can close it. What is coming is secured by my authority, not by the permission of men. Do not doubt the blessing. It is yours. Do not disqualify yourself because of your past. I have already covered it with grace. Don't let fear cause you to miss what you have waited for so long. Enter with courage, knowing that I am with you. Every moment of surrender has been counted. Every act of obedience has been seen. Every sacrifice has been kept. And now the storehouses of heaven are being opened for you. I have assigned angels to walk with you, to guide you, protect you, and minister to your heart when it grows weary. You do not walk alone. You never walked alone. But now I will make my presence more evident. You will feel it in your spirit. You will see it in your life. What once felt distant will now feel near because you passed the test. Now comes the closeness, the clarity, the calm after the storm. Comment 15 if you are ready to walk with God closer than ever before. You have been misunderstood, judged, rejected. But I never rejected you. I chose you. When others left, I remained. You are not defined by the people who left. You are defined by the God who stayed. I remained in your tears, in your silence, in your doubts. I remained because I never intended to let you go. And now I wrap you in a peace so deep that it silences every pain you were carrying. You didn't pass the test by being perfect. You passed it by being honest. Honest in your prayers, honest in your pain. You told me the truth, even when you didn't understand mine. That is what I love about you. Your authenticity, your transparency. I didn't need perfection. I needed your heart, and you gave it to me. Now, I give back what the world said you would never have. A joy that remains, a constant peace, a favor that surprises you. This is not just a reward, it is a reversal. I am reversing the years of drought, loss, confusion, and delay. I am turning your mourning into dancing, your tears into testimonies, your stumbling into preparation, and I will do it publicly, not to humiliate others, but to honor you. Because you honored me when no one was watching. Now I will honor you when everyone is. You will no longer live with fear of the future. I hold it. You will not fear another season of struggle. That season is over. What you are stepping onto now is covered, not cursed. It is surrounded by grace, not weight. It is filled with purpose, not confusion. You will breathe again, smile again, live again, because my spirit is renewing every part of you. Rise up, chosen one, not with pride, but with holy confidence. The storm was never meant to drown you. It was meant to deepen you. And now that it has passed, look around you. The sun is rising, the clouds are parting, and the ground beneath your feet is firm. You are entering into something you do not need to question, because it is not just a season, it is a shift. You are about to see what happens when I release blessings stored up through years of faithfulness. Not all at once, but in waves. Waves of grace, waves of favor, waves of restoration. You stood firm during the drought, and now the rain is coming. The rain that heals what is dry, that softens what has hardened. You stayed planted when others ran. And now you will see what the harvest looks like when the ground was watered with tears. This test was not measured by what you did in public. It was about your heart. When no one was applauding, when no one said thank you, when no one saw the weight you were carrying, that is what made it the hardest test. You were under pressure without validation, but you still showed up, you still loved, you still served. And I, your God, recorded every moment. Not a single act of obedience was overlooked. Comment 177, if you believe your silent sacrifices are about to be rewarded. There is something sacred in quiet strength. When you kept showing up with a tender heart while being broken in secret, that moved me. That was your offering, not loud prayers or perfect words, but your quiet endurance. Your whispered surrender, your ability to keep loving even when you were bleeding on the inside. That is the faith heaven honors openly. What is coming is not coincidence. It is covenant. I promise to bless those who walk with me even when the path is not clear. And you did it. You trusted me in the midst of the fog. And now I am guiding you into clarity. The days ahead will be different. Not because life is easier, but because you now walk in power. A gentle but undeniable power, born from the fire you walked through without ever stopping to love me. I am removing the spirit of confusion. I am silencing the noise. I am steadying your heart because you cannot carry this next season with fear. It requires trust, not in yourself, but in me. I will never lead you to a place where I will not provide. I don't just call, I also cover. You will notice that your prayers will change. They will sound more like worship because you will feel my presence. Your spirit will begin to rest again. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know I am near. That is the peace that cannot be shaken. Comment 919 if you are ready to walk in that peace again. You will no longer have to chase. What I have set apart for you is already being drawn toward you. You didn't lose it. You didn't delay it. You didn't disqualify yourself. You have been right on time. Every closed door was a shield. Every rejection was protection. Every delay was divine. And now the doors will open without you having to knock. You are not behind. You are ahead. Because what you now carry, wisdom, depth, compassion, many will never develop. But you did, through pain and patience. And now I am placing you in spaces that require what you have learned. Your voice is needed. Your spirit is ready. Your presence carries something that cannot be copied. Don't fight against what is falling away. Old habits, old patterns, old relationships. I am clearing the path. You cannot carry old weight into a new promise. I am freeing you from things that seemed like comfort, but were keeping you stuck. You are growing. And that growth needs space. The people who remain with you will be different, perhaps fewer, but more genuine. People who love deeply, speak with truth, and walk closely with me. I am replacing what hurt you with what heals you. The enemy thought this test would break you, but it revealed you. It revealed the warrior, the worshipper, the one who does not give up. You are now firm, secure, not because of what you possess, but because of who possesses you. I am restoring everything with interest. The time lost, the peace that was missing, the strength you spent. I return it multiplied. There is nothing ahead of you that I have not seen. Nothing around you that I cannot handle. Nothing inside you that I cannot heal. Trust my rhythm. You passed the test when it mattered most. Now watch what happens when heaven responds. You will not have to chase it. You will walk toward it naturally. You are already prepared. This season is not only about breakthrough, it is about identity. Knowing who you are in me, knowing what you carry, knowing when to say no and when to say yes. You now have new wisdom, and that wisdom will protect you. I am not restoring you to where you were. I am taking you higher. That season of drought fulfilled its purpose. You do not have to carry those ashes. You were not called to merely survive, but to thrive in my promises. You may still feel scars. They are not shame. They are evidence of strength. They show what you endured and what could not destroy you. Carry them as a sign that my grace was greater than every attack. Don't live as if you are still being tested. The test is over. You passed it. You have nothing to prove. This next season is not about striving, it is about receiving. I am teaching you to walk as a child again, trusting, resting, believing, walking with me and watching as I unfold everything in its perfect time.